Hey, y'all. Welcome to our kitchen today. I'm in here with Bobby, my baby son. Bobby and I are fixing some of our favorite things that we like to eat outside. First, we're gonna put together a crispy shrimp po' bubba with an easy coleslaw. And then Bobby and I are mixing up some creamy lobster rolls. And for a taste of the sweet, there's nothing better than a chocolate chip pie. So clear your plans and get ready to join us because it's all about dinner on the deck. All right, we're gonna start off by making one of our favorite sandwiches to eat outside and watch the creek go by and watch the dolphins go by. And that's our shrimp po' bubba. Now, Bobby, you got some mighty pretty shrimp here, son. These are 26/30s. They're nice size shrimp. You're gonna get 26 to 30 shrimp per pound of shrimp. So these are nice size shrimp that we're using.
We have 2 pounds of them.
Yes, and we have peeled, deveined, detailed, and butterflied them. We've really opened up the shrimp nicely, so they're gonna like really puff out. So son, if you would go ahead and salt and pepper those.
Okay.
I'm gonna come over here and make up our wet batter.
All right.
While you're doing that.
All right.
I'm gonna be using 3 eggs. Did I scare you with a flying shell?
No, not at all.
All right. I'm just breaking these in a separate bowl so I can kind of look at them. You know, make sure they're all right. Ooh, that pepper's
Strong pepper in it.
I mean,
Fresh
it
ground.
is.
I love
Ooh.
fresh ground.
I mean, it's coming up my nose. I've got my 3 eggs. I'm just gonna give them a light little beat. I'm gonna add about 1/4 of a cup of water. And now I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of hot sauce. And that sounds like a lot.
That
It
is a
looks
lot.
like a lot, but it's really not. It'll cook out. And I'm using like a Louisiana hot sauce,
Right.
which is not like as fiery as some of them are. Now I want to share with everybody the fry mix that we use at Uncle Bubba's Oyster House. I've got 5 cups of flour here. I'm gonna add 1 more, giving us 6 cups of self-rising flour. And because I'm not a big fan of my seafood being just meal.
Real heavy batter.
Yeah, I don't like it real heavy batter, and I don't like it real mealy. I'm only gonna add 1 cup of cornmeal to my flour. So that's gonna give it just a little bit of a mealy texture. And then I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And I'm gonna make sure I stir up all those ingredients real good. And the beauty of this is it will last, Bobby. So I'm just gonna use just enough to fry our shrimp with, maybe a couple of cups over here, 1.5 cups.
So what do you
like
do?
that.
What do you do with what you're not going to use, though? I mean, do you freeze it? Do you store it in your pantry? What goes on?
You just put this in a plastic bag, store it in your refrigerator, or throw it in the freezer. And it can probably last up to a few months in the freezer.
Awesome.
And if you just don't have room for it in the refrigerator, then throw a bay leaf in here. And the bay leaf will discourage any kind of little bugs coming in it.
Really?
Yes. See,
Did not know that.
don't get rid of your mama. She's just full of all kind
I
of
was
tips.
just about to. Well, let's fry some
right.
shrimp. Batter's ready?
Okie doke, yes.
Okay.
We've got this mixed up. I've got our deep fryer set at 350 degrees. And
My shrimp are seasoned.
your shrimp
you
are
got your wet
seasoned.
batter made.
We've got our wet batter. We've got our flour ready.
And we'll start passing you some shrimp.
And we're on the way to the most yummy po' bubba shrimp sandwiches you've ever put in your mouth.
Well, I can't hardly wait.
I can't either. So what I'm gonna do is I'm taking those shrimp out and I'm gonna let them drain for a second. I'm gonna shake as much of that wet off the shrimp, Bobby, as I can. Pile these up on my flour, my fry mix. There we go.
To the fryer.
And then into the fryer.
And now when we're cooking boiled shrimp,
Yeah.
I know that it doesn't take that long, and you can look at them and you can see sort of when they're done, when they get that nice, you know, the right pink color to them.
Right.
Now with frying, you can't really see them.
Yeah, but
So how do you know when they're done?
same way as when you're boiling them. We'll watch them curl up. We'll see the edges curl up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we've tossed that in the flour. Now we want to give them a nice shake like that.
I have a feeling these are going to be really good.
You would be right. All right, lift that basket up for me, Sonny boy, please. Now, I've got our deep fryer set on 350. Okay, I hear you swallowing. All right.
You have my attention.
Now lift me up the other basket, please. Because it's important that, you know, these all get cooked for about the same amount of time so that they'll all be done at the same time. We probably won't fry these maybe even quite 2 minutes. Now, you'll just want to give your basket a shake. You know, keep your shrimp moving around in there.
Right.
Give them a check. Make sure none of them are sticking together. So, you want to let's take a quick break? And,
why don't we take a break?
And let our shrimp come on out of the fryer and cool off for a second. And then we'll come back. Look at that.
Oh, man. Then we'll come back and we'll make my easy coleslaw. How about that?
That sounds great. Coming up, creamy lobster rolls. And later, Bobby's sweet treat, chocolate chip pie. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. Hey, y'all, welcome back. While y'all were gone, Bobby's been working on getting us together a bowl of coleslaw. Now, what kind of, you're not using like a regular cabbage,
No,
are
this is
you,
a
Bobby?
real easy coleslaw. This is 3 different types of cabbage. It's a Napa, a Savoy, and of course, red cabbage, which you can't do coleslaw without.
We've got about 4 cups total, and I've also diced up 4 scallions, y'all. Now, I'm gonna start with some store-bought tartar sauce. All right, I'm gonna be putting our po' boys together.
Okay, do it.
I've got one together, and I'm gonna get the other one now.
They look so good.
Don't they look good? Little lettuce, little tomato.
I'm gonna use 1/4 cup of a pre-made coleslaw mix,
Yeah.
along with those different types of cabbage and scallions.
You know, and if you don't have that, all you have to do is mix up a little mayonnaise, sugar, and vinegar,
It's very easy.
giving you about the same thing.
So there's my wet, and to that, I'm gonna add about 1/2 teaspoon of caraway seeds. And that's the entire thing.
The colors of these cabbages are just beautiful. They have vibrant color to them.
Really, really easy.
Ooh, these sandwiches.
And you know, yeah, those sandwiches look
Look
great. But you
wonderful.
know what I might would do, Mama? Is I might
What's that?
I might would put some of this coleslaw on one of those po' bubbas.
You know what, Bobby? I've never eaten one like that, but it would probably be pretty good.
But I'm gonna add just 1/2 teaspoon of caraway seeds. I don't think you're gonna be able to tackle that by
Now,
yourself, do you?
I bet I can. All right, now I split our bread and I lightly buttered it and I just toasted it back here on the griddle. You know what? I'm gonna bust him out. You
Wait a
better-
minute now, I got my hands full with this
I know
coleslaw.
it.
Don't be doing me like that.
I know it.
Don't be doing me
well,
like
hurry,
that.
son.
Oh boy, it looks good. Is it good?
What do you think? Look at that big old fat shrimp falling out. Isn't that out of this world? All right, give me some coleslaw. Look at that. And the colors. Colors are so bright. Well, listen,
What's next?
we love lobster rolls.
That's the only reason I put down the po' boy. Because I want some
Because
lobster.
you knew I was gonna make a lobster roll. All right, come on down here, Bobby, and look at this wonderful lobster that I've got in the bowl. I've boiled off 4 8-ounce lobster tails, y'all, for about 8 to 10 minutes. Now, I've got about 1.5 pounds of lobster meat. I've got one more tail to get in, and I'm just gonna take my kitchen shears and just cut right through the center.
This is the easiest way to get into a lobster.
Absolutely. Pull it back, pull that shell back, and look at that beautiful tail exposed in there.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
You cut that or you just tear it up?
Well, no, I'm gonna cut it. Well, I tell you what, while I'm cutting the lobster, if you would come down here, you better stay out of that lobster.
If I would do what?
If you'll come down here and finish dicing up our parsley and chopping our celery, we'll need about 2 tablespoons of parsley and 2 celery stalks. Oh my goodness.
Is it good?
Is it good? I love lobster. Okay. I'm gonna add a little salt, a little pepper. You know, Bobby, and when you're making lobster rolls, less is really more. We don't want a bunch of different flavors going on.
Lobster should be good by itself.
It should stand on its own, honey. So I've got my lobster, I got my salt, my pepper. I'm gonna squeeze in a little lemon juice. Not a whole bunch, because I don't want it real overpowered with lemon. Just enough lemon juice to kind of enhance the flavor of the lobster. Okay, so just a couple of tablespoons of that. All right, Bobby, you know, the buns that they make these up in Maine and all up in there, they can get a bread that's like split down the middle. Well, I couldn't find that bread down here.
That's all right.
This is gonna work nicely.
That's all right with me.
I'm gonna just come over here, Bobby, and I'm just gonna brush the sides of this with butter. Same way I do when I'm cooking us hot dogs.
I'm gonna go ahead and add the chopped greens into your
son.
lobster.
So there we go. We're just gonna let those brown off a little bit on the griddle. Perfect. Now I'm gonna eyeball about 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. And you know, you may want to add this slowly. You definitely don't want to add so much mayonnaise that it's goopy wet. Okay, Bobby.
That looks perfect. Did you taste it?
No. No, I did not. I'm waiting. We're gonna put that in the refrigerator. Let it chill for a minute, and we'll come back. We're gonna make us a lobster roll, sample it, and then we're gonna make a chocolate chip pie.
Sounds great.
How does that sound? Y'all don't go anywhere. I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all. Hey, y'all, Bobby and I are in here finishing up our lobster rolls. All right, Bobby, I've just kind of grilled and toasted off just regular hot dog buns.
I think those will be fine, don't you?
Yes. These are warm and buttery.
This has been in the fridge just long enough to kind of get cool and I guess incorporate the flavors a little bit.
Just cool
And
for
it
a
looks
minute.
very, very nice.
Doesn't that look very, very nice?
Might be a little much, though. Do you think?
You know, it might be, but I'm bad about stuffing. I'm a stuffer. I'm a stuffer.
You always have been.
All right.
Some sweet potato chips?
Yes, I've got us a few chips. Just gonna kind of pack that in our bun.
That looks delicious.
Doesn't it look yummy? All right. A few chips for me. Whoa. And just a little garnish.
That's a great meal for a sunny summer afternoon.
Yes. There we go. Take this out to the porch and nestle into a rocking chair. And
Yeah, how about right here?
And what you think?
Golly, it's good. Don't worry about that bun.
That bun.
That's
That's
fine.
fine. I love them. I love them. You don't have to go to a fancy restaurant to
Those are great.
have a good lobster roll. All right, speaking of good, we're fixing to whip up a chocolate chip pie. I have got 2 cups of all-purpose flour sifted in here. If you would just finish measuring out your 3/4 a cup of flour that you need, and 1½ teaspoons of salt, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so while you're doing all that, I'm gonna be whipping together 2 sticks of butter. Now I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna measure out 1½ cups of brown sugar. Now I'm gonna turn our mixer on and we're gonna start creaming our butter and our brown sugar together. While that's creaming, I'm gonna get my 3 eggs cracked.
Now, Mama, this is a crustless chocolate pie.
But the flour is gonna form almost like a cookie base.
Right.
All right, now I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of granulated sugar to our brown sugar and our butter. So this is gonna be a nice, sweet pie.
All right, I'm ready. I've got my ingredients sifted.
Okay, I'm gonna just
Put together.
turn this up a little bit, son, and really get in there and get our products creaming together.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna kind of drop in my eggs one at a time. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of vanilla flavoring. I'm just gonna eyeball that. Now, if you would just add our flour, you know, a little bit at a time.
Ready for a little more?
Yeah, you can put a little bit more.
Just gonna go ahead and dump the rest of this.
Okay.
All
All right, that looks good, son. I'm just gonna turn that on low, unlock my mixer, slowly lifting out my beater,
And I've got 2.
and let that batter just kind of come out of there.
I've got 2 greased pans over here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab them.
Okay.
Set these right out in front here.
Kind of shake off the last little bit of that batter. And that looks like a beautiful batter.
Looks good.
All right, now we're gonna add 2 cups of walnuts. You go ahead and add those in.
Do it. This looks like about.
It's probably very close to 2 cups. Yeah, I think you're safe just pouring them all in. All right, and in this other bowl, we have 3 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And let your big old muscle self stir. Oh, I'm getting sugar all over you.
I know. This is pretty well good to go.
Oh, those look yummy. All right, so all we're gonna do, Bobby, is evenly put it in our greased pie pans. And Bobby and I are gonna slip these into a preheated 350-degree oven, and we're gonna bake them for 30 minutes. Son, if you go ahead and slip those in the oven,
I can do it.
when we come back, we're gonna make the topping for Bobby's wonderful chocolate chip pies. So y'all hang close to us. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. Okay, Bobby, I think I've got the topping ready. It's 2 cups of heavy cream and 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And I'm just gonna beat that until it's got nice peaks to it. All right, so to our whipped cream, I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of the little mini
Semi-sweet chocolate chips.
semi-sweet chocolate chips. Oh, Bobby, y'all look at these pies.
I know.
Is that not the most beautiful pie? Now, because we're putting a topping on these pies that can break and won't necessarily hold up that long, don't frost your whole pie if you don't think you're gonna get it all eaten during that meal. All right, so we're just gonna take our topping and pile it up on our pie. I might be using a little much,
That's a
but
lot.
you know, I'm just kind of that kind of girl.
I know you are.
All right, you know what I'm gonna do?
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna go in here. You don't mind me just kind of playing with your recipe,
You
do
do what you want.
I'm gonna just sprinkle a few more chocolate chips on top.
But I'm taking that away from you.
Okay. All right, now I'm gonna cut us a piece. You got our plates, don't you?
I have.
You know, Bobby, and I think this is gonna be kind of rich.
It is a bit rich.
So I'm not gonna go crazy
With the size?
with the size, yes. Just wanna gently kind of loosen that.
Nice job.
All right, there's you a piece.
With a little sprig of mint. How about that?
That mint smells so
It does
good.
smell.
All right, Sonny, look at that. You know, I told you that this piece of pie was gonna look like a great big fat giant chocolate chip cookie.
That's exactly what it looks like, and that's what it tastes like.
Oh, thank you, son. Oh, and look at that big old dollop of cream mine has on it.
A little bit of
I
milk.
just hate that.
Yeah, that's a tragedy, isn't it?
Oh. Bad to the bone, y'all. Bad to the bone.
Simple as can be.
Hey, y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if y'all enjoyed this week's full episode Friday, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, friends.